Peppy. The second last of the day, and they're off. Gates of Babylon just dwelt half a step from the inside. Peppy Jack got out very well, but he's kicking through with Gates of Babylon. Western Pride flew out of the gates, is up there as well as Glory Land. Quickly peels around the outside to charge forward. Finger Mark up there in front of No Apology. Power of St George getting back. Tredencia's on the move as well in the early stages. Juicing Carrots right off the track. Fura missed the kick, is back there and wide as they'd settle properly into stride. Also back there as well, My Greek Boy getting going. Over on the inside, Double Digit, Pro Consent behind those, then Grey Enigma. Bow Count is back last of all as Gates of Babylon holds the front with 1,000 to go. About to leave the back, Gates of Babylon steadied up from Glory Land. Juicing Carrots continued to go forward. He's working double time. In between horses, Peppy Jack, Finger Marks down on the inside next of all. Then came Tredencia. Fura caught off the track as they work past the 700 mark. A length and a half away, No Apology. Star Value down on its inside. The favourite then wider out is Western Pride covering ground. Got a bit of cover coming to the bend there for a stride. Now he's out 4 deep. Being followed further back by My Greek Boy. Power of St George works to the extreme outside. Gates of Babylon turned in front, however, at the 350, a length and a half to Finger Mark. Fura keeps coming down the outside. So does Power of St George, and now Pro Consent. It's starting to run on well. Power of St George, Pro Consent. They've come together. 100 from home. Pro Consent, Power of St George. Power of St George on the inside. Got his head back in front from Pro Consent. Power of St George. Power of St George won it ahead on Pro Consent. 4 lengths behind them. I thought No Apology probably had run third from the fast finishing Bow Count. Star Value not far from those. Then Gates of Babylon. Double Digit next home. It was followed further back when they pull up behind those, or Megazone I should have said. They were followed by Peppy Jack, then Fura, who endured a torrid run. Grey Enigma next home, a long way back. Tredencia, Juicing Carrots, and My Greek Boy, and 2, including the favourite Western Pride, who tastes defeat for the first time in her career, off the track immediately, and Glory Land accompanying it. Power of St George is the winner, ridden by Sean O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to what he does best. Called to get horses back into winning form, and he's done that brilliantly this afternoon with Power of St George, who beats Pro Consent and No Apology. Might need one here, though, to be given to Ash Maley. I think I may have been calling Megazone one of its stablemates there for whatever reason in race 8. Anyway, it's finished out of the placings, back in behind them. And we're waiting for the full list of those numbers. 14, 315 has run third. No Apology, and 7 Bow Count. A big finishing burst from back there towards the rear, making up good headway. But Power of St George, who was back there as well, finishes 2 well by Patronise from Dane Kay, trained by David Harrison, ridden by Sean O'Donnell, over number 3 Pro Consent, Lacdar Romilly, 15 No Apology, Sean McGruddy, third home, 4th number 7 in Bow Count. Margins are neck by 5 lengths. 1:37.87 is the time, and 37.20 the sectional time there after the running of the second last of the day. The winner race by David, Jenny Harrison, B. Bell, Ensure, G. Mills, R. Mills, Mrs. K. Vidlich, B. Keefe, and also Mrs. M.L. Shaw from the yard of David Harrison, and handled by Sean O'Donnell. Back in the winners list today, Power of St George in the metropolitan area. He's 4th now from 9. Over 3, Pro Consent by Pro Art by Mutual Consent, Robin Todd Harvey and Lacdar Romilly, and No Apology by Declaration of War from opening ceremony, Stephen Miller and Sean McGruddy. Well, he's always had that reputation, Sean O'Donnell, for getting back on horses, or getting on horses to switch them back on, and became an absolute master craftsman at that throughout his career. And he's back to his old tricks again this afternoon, and punching this one home back into the winners list here in the city. Power of St George. Final event for the day, the Byron Bay Premium Lager Handicaps at 4:45 as we head down to Brittany Taylor after another great finish there in the 8th. The favourite, though, we'll have to get a story there. Western Pride did cover some ground, had no real luck, but has finished a furlong behind them.
Yeah, Pike brought her straight in and had a chat with the vet straight away, just saying that she just kept dipping, he kept saying. So to the eye immediately, she looks okay, but yeah, he wasn't totally comfortable with how she was moving. So that was the report there from the favourite. But all honours to Power of St George. David Harrison joins me now. And Harrow, it's been an interesting preparation for this horse. Obviously, the winner of that Sky Heat, so impressive, and went to the final as favourite, and then the bubble burst. Talk us through the preparation and what's been happening with Power of St George.
Yeah, like I say, he came in really nice and ran some bottles of races, and I thought he'd be a real Guineas horse, but he's probably still a 2-year-old in his head, even though he's 3, but he's just very immature in his brain, so he just didn't handle the occasion of the big one, and so I thought, well, I'll drop him back and get him out of the rack and tour and put him back into a weaker company like today and try and give him one more run, and he'll go out after this now to try and mature a little bit, you know.
Coming out of a listed event like a Raconteur, how did you come here today in terms of your confidence?
I was confident I had him ready to run a good race if he was capable of having one more good run in, because I knew he'd just about had enough.
Sean O'Donnell has an incredible record when he jumps on a horse for the first time. How did it come about getting him aboard Power of St George?
Well, Paul couldn't make the weight, so so I just thought I rang Sean. Sean's been good to us all the time. Every time he jumps on one for us, it seems to improve. So yeah, he's chuck him on, and he's done the job again.
You better answer that phone.
No, good.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Tony.
David Harrison after the victory of Power of St George, and we'll grab Sean O'Donnell for a word. Sean, I feel like it's been so long since I've been able to say you jump on a horse for the first time and you salute. It's great to have you back at the races after that long injury layoff, but what were your first impressions of Power of St George?
Yeah, very lazy type, but he only kind of really got in the race when I put him in the open, you know, 3 and 4 deep. And but credit to the horse, the 2 horses that fought out the finish, it was a great effort. They got away from the others, and look, it was either going to be me or the other horse, and I was lucky to be on the best one on the day.
When did you feel like you had the other one beat ever?
Oh, only got near the line, Brett, because he wasn't going away and mine was doing his best. He just couldn't get away from it, but great training effort. I think the horse is going out now, but stepped him up to the mile, and he was rock hard, and yeah, it's a pleasure to jump on. Poor Harvey couldn't make the weight, so I knew I rung Dave, 54.5, that's me. And yeah, good result, you know, fantastic.
54.5, is it a struggle at all for you, or do you get to have breakfast?
No, I could have rode 53 today. It's amazing, you know. The boys hate me. I got back from 9 months off and could ride 54.
Oh,
you know? I'm just lucky.
You wouldn't be a popular person with that many hungry boys in there. Well done on the win.
Yeah, can I just say happy birthday to my daughter Siobhan today. Happy 19.
Oh, absolutely. Happy birthday to Siobhan. Great to see her.